house with 3 different work areas. Alright, welcome. So let's go ahead and dive on in. So I'll quickly point out on these maps, so BADHEARN1126 has made this photo map. You get many opportunities to the house. You've got a couple of businesses along the way as well, which is really cool. So things like the this one here, close type shot. We also have up here a cafe as well. I think we can possibly even, I might be wrong, but let's see. You can even fit in between the actual paint stores in this instance, if you really wanted. Hiding out of sight. But yeah, just a little side shoot on this map I thought I would point out. Definitely really cool. But this one here is about the house and the 3 work areas. Let's go ahead and dive onto that. So basically we're just going to head on over here. It'll be directly in front. You'll see it on the crest over there. Just to the right here we do have a shop, so whether or not you want to actually park on up in here for a photograph as well, that's going to be something which is an opportunity along the way, but again, something really cool. There's also the opportunities for, there's a bit of sunshine work on the side, and I believe it was a boat in here. You could always just pull the car in here, alternatively. Same shopping complex area, but you know, just a slightly variation on what you've got for the background to make it a bit more depth. That boat hasn't been used for a while with those tyres in it. Alright, anyway, let's keep on tracking. So, we basically have, before we enter the compound, you enter the compound just before this to head onto the bridge, but this is part of it as well, like off-site living, what it looks like. Basically, again, we can use this for a bit of photographic car parking purpose. Something like that. You could go through the filters as well if you really wanted. Again, as I always mention when we're talking about these photograph ones as well, you can use other applications afterwards, you know, on your phone, on the PC, etc. if you want to do further work, but in this instance we can just cycle through, do what we want. Gives the most natural. So yeah, that gives a bit of an idea of what that element is going to be on. And just around here we have a 2 car park areas we can go to. Something like this. Not the neatest. Let's see if we can square that up a little bit. That's more like it. Actually, that's a very good park. So you could go for something like that. Not too shabby. The vinyl on this one isn't too bad. And that does bring a little bit more depth to it. What we can do here is hopefully oh, come on, straighten up, car. Alright. That will do. That looks pretty straight to me. So in here you'll find there's not so much lighting, but it's more of like an out of the weather conditions car park lot. You could go for an angle in. I think something like this is going to be quite good. That way you still get the depth outside. Now, in regards to the external, can we get a better... There's definitely a bit of contrast happening there. Shift. Puts everything too dark then. See, this is where you've got to try and fiddle with it a little bit. Yeah, well, something where you can, again, probably have to fiddle with a little bit of aftermarket if you went for that particular angle. From the corner side, you could go with the bollard on the left, get that framed in just that little bit. You want to go for a tilt on it. Capturing all those three bollards, it actually works really well. There we go, it's better. So yeah, it's and we're not at the house yet even. Let's get to the house here. So we have a bridge. Photographic opportunities on the bridge. Let's check it out. So obviously we've got the design work on the bricks here. Quite unique. Lovely river shot there. Can we take advantage of this? I mean, you could do something like this. It's got a little bit of depth with the brickwork and the river full back behind. Throw a bit of a tilt on it. I think get a little bit of brick in the front as well. That's going to help the shot. Like that. Sort of that angle in there anyway. Now, this particular area here, I have an idea that something facing outwards might work better. If we go in here, we might get some shadow work, but can we do it with a in the sun on the angle? Now that works. That way, because if we went parking around where we're standing here, you get too much shadow. This puts you in just enough light work that you can take advantage of the archwork with the house and make a absolute mean looking type photo. Something like that. Yep. It actually looks like a Tanner Fox style YouTuber's house. Sort of. Okay. Let's go ahead, have a bit of a look here. We have car parking over here, in which we can hopefully park our Corvette in between these two trucks. Oh, actually that's pretty funny. The height difference between these vehicles. Okay, let's see what that looks like. Sort of like the mini-me of cars between these two. But if you came along with like a big truck or something, this would be really useful because you could actually park it amongst the work use. You could even put on the corner here like a Hennessy 6-wheeler or something of that nature. The Corvette doesn't suit as well in between, but gives you a bit of an idea. Think of what car types you could put to complement this size vehicle. When doing that, you could actually then go for something like an angle shot like this, overlooking the river again. You could even go for something more like overlooking the workshop or even overlooking the house. I mean, something like this, I think we can still in a sports car. Okay, so onto the next area that we can cover. What we have over here is a bit of a dark car park shaded area as well. Some golf club vehicles in there. This might suit better for sports vehicles in here, separating them from the working utes, for instance. And as you can see immediately, the cross shade in there, light and shade, works really well against this. Something like this actually is going to be quite workable. You can tilt the shot if you want. It just depends on what you're actually after out of the shot. I think something like this. Slight tilt on it. I do prefer the square up with that pole in the corner, so let's just stick with that format there. Excellent. So far so good. Great prop work and placement from BADHEARN as always. Now we have a driveway and part of the house here. Can I actually fit another car down here? Yeah, we can. And will it suffer the same issue where this car was too small against the bigger vehicle? I don't think it will as much because this was more surrounded, but that actually works quite nice. We can go something like that sort of look. There's some damage on the car. You can go for something like this, an aerial type view. Definitely some options there. I do like the low slung view like this, but again, it will just come into what you actually prefer in photo format angles. From the back end of the car looking out, any good shots? It's a shot. I don't know if that's going to be my favorite shot you could take at that position. These are going to be your feature pieces. Like even this here with the big house on the corner. That is just brilliant. Now, motorbikes in the garage, as you'd expect in a farm and a working house like this. Let's go ahead, get this parked up on here. Straighten that up a little bit. Yeah. A good measure, you know. So, another car parking area, out of the elements. What do we got? Motorbikes and a car. Can actually pull forward quite a bit there. Well, that worked nice and efficient that time. That's more what we wanted. Excellent. Don't you hate how the car doesn't actually scrape when you want sometimes? Anyway, so this type of angle here, you've got your dirt bikes, and then you've got your zip around grab car and a milk car. Golf buggies in the back. Actually, they're quite dirty, those windows and mirrors. I don't know they see out of them. Angle-wise, do you prefer this angle or this angle? You know? Definitely this angle here showcases a bit more. Now we can use the built-in structure again for a bit more depth if you wanted. There's something like that if you wanted. That definitely adds a little bit extra to it. It just depends, again, what you're after. You could turn it into a black and white photo. You could do more saturation in color. It will just play out to what you're looking for in the color palette, of course. Now, I was curious in particular with this angle in here, how this could work. Just out the front of the house, parked up. Because you got that angle there. And you know what? With the chair in the picture, even partially, that works well. You could also go angles of the smaller house side, garage parking over there. There are definitely some possibilities that are available here, depending on what you're actually after from the shot. But definitely BADHEARN has put a few props in place that you can take advantage of. Let's go ahead and shoot over here. Is there any opportunities with this front of a house here? Front door of a house. We just want to quickly rush out, get in the car and tear. You can do it. And that actually works quite nice. I mean, the picture sort of indicates you want to try and rush out and get moving promptly. Along with that. What else can we do on this map? Let's petrol pumps. Why go to the servos when you can have your own pump? Watch your video whilst you're pumping gas in the car. Now, angle wise, whether or not you park in this side or this side, one looks to be, are they both the same? I think we're trying to go for like an electric versus gas type setup, possibly. But again, close up, we've got a bit more color in the back end with the screen being the Horizon pink. Now, whether or not it's a big truck, small truck, again, it's going to be personal preference. If you come near electric, you could do something with this this bit of equipment here. We go from the rear out like this and just scenic shot it as well. You know, it definitely is going to throw options. Like that. Perfect. Plenty of carbon. We have caravans next. And outdoor parking. How many people come to this place to be entertained? Yes, I'd buy 20 bumpers at a time. Come on. Yep, there we go, that's better. So, back to natural lighting, which definitely can have its advantages as well. You could use the feature piece water fountain in the middle. Drop it down something like this, or maybe like that. You know, there's I wish we had like a live water fountain with water splashing. That would be really cool. You could go from the other angle, of course, like this. get a bit of the side petrol station in there if you wanted. Or otherwise, just like zoom right in. Just like you're at a car park. Literally we are at a car park, but you know what I mean. Caravans, I don't think it's going to be as effective with this car, but various caravans, you can make out your towing. Highly unlikely to see this car towing that, but you know, again, it's something that you can do. I'd do something like this and get the line in there as well. And that can be done, that can be said for these other ones as well. So whether it be the varied, clearly BADHEARN's gone for all options available with the things, which works out well for a photo map. Yeah, there we go, that would do. We need the camera. And again, you know, something like that. I think I prefer that caravan color to that one in the sense of the car choice matching. But again, I don't think you'd ever see this being towed by that. That's for sure. All right. Now, what else do we have on this map? We have the water fountain itself in the middle. There we go. Almost got ourselves trapped. This car has way too much power for what it needs. Something like that. That will do for the shot. And you can adjust the car any way you want for that. But you know, get the whole house in, Horizon sign there, garage is in the shot, which is the house on the corner, you know. Welcome to my crib. You know, it's quite a good build, this one. Definitely plenty of opportunities for photographs. So I'm going to leave that one there, and basically share code to the front as always. Do hit this one up, see what you think. To exit this particular map, all we need to do, shoot on out and head on up here. Done. Now, BADHEARN1126 does have quite a few photo maps. Do check their portfolio out in-game as well. And on my channel, we've got a photo playlist as well that has, I think it was 100 plus now. So well worth checking out if you're looking for some good photo maps to just, you know, meddle around in, get some good shots. All right, I'm out. Have a smashing day. Gotcha.